Black and blue, I crawl along the wreckage of what now is gone. Back to you to fight another day. I'll go on and on and on and on. I'll face it, the demons I created with every last part of me. The pain will fade and I'll go on and on and on and on. I'll face it, the demons I created with every last part of me. The pain will fade and I'll go on and on and on and on. Black and blue, I crawl to you. Black and blue, I crawl to you.
This is dangerous, JR. This is real dangerous.
Well, Michael, this is going to be fun to watch.
Oh, my God. Look out. Oh, man! Good God Almighty! Good God Almighty! That killed him! Oh, my God. As God is my witness, he is broken in half.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to the SmackDown Live pre-show, hosted by the one and only the Boss Chase Carter for 7/19, July the 19th. SmackDown Live, going live tonight for the very first time ever in history. Plus, the live WWE draft is going to be happening tonight. But before we get into what's going to be happening tonight on SmackDown for you, we want to go ahead and give you a backtrack of what happened last night on Raw in the main event. We had a lot of controversy happening last night and between Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship match that happened last night on Raw. And it looked like to me that both shoulders were pinned to the mat. Looked like that match ended in a draw, but Stephanie McMahon declared Seth Rollins the WWE Champion, and then that went back and forth and until Raw went off the air, and then they went live on the WWE Network exclusive with more information leading into this main event match that happened last night on Raw, and a lot of controversy. The referee could not give us an answer either way, so he asked it for a replay. You know, Shane McMahon was saying Dean Ambrose is still the champion, and then the referee asked for a replay. He got it, and it showed a replay, and it showed about 4 or 5 different times, and both each different angles we saw, it showed both shoulders were pinned to the mat to the count of 3. Therefore, the match ended in a draw. And so, therefore, your WWE champion is Dean Ambrose. But I guess news must have been escalated today that we have another blockbuster announcement match made for SmackDown Live, and let's listen into this announcement right now. I want to take you to that right now. So listen in, guys.
Just happened out there? Yes, Seth Rollins became the new WWE champion until my brother came along.
You just totally blew me off. I'm trying to talk to you.
Yeah, well, I'm tired of arguing the same point over and over, okay? Dean Ambrose's shoulders were down, and they were pinned to the mat. 1, 2, 3.
Sets of shoulders were down.
Oh, give me
the
a break.
referee's
You
decision
couldn't
stands.
even see Seth Rollins' shoulders.
Look,
in
it was
that
an amazing
replay.
match.
It was an amazing match.
Quite frankly, I'd like to see it again.
Well, you know what? So would I.
Then it's settled. SmackDown Live will have the WWE Championship rematch.
You know what, Shane? I'm going to go with it. You know why? I would love to see that match on Monday Night Raw, but given the draft, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose might never be on the same show again, so therefore it's settled. SmackDown Live. And I can't wait to see who's going to be my first draft pick.
She's always had a lot of anger issues, even as a child, you know. Awesome.
Wow, guys, that is the latest news. Yes, you just heard it from the horse's mouth there, that tonight live on SmackDown, for the very first live SmackDown ever, we are going to witness a rematch between Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship. Rematch is going to take place tonight in the main event, I'm assuming. Wow, that is blockbuster announcement news, and hopefully we're going to get to the bottom of this. Who is going to be declared the new champion? I mean, is Seth Rollins going to reclaim his prize, or is Dean Ambrose going to be still the WWE champion? Wow, we're just going to have to wait and see what is going to happen. A lot of uncertainty right now. Everybody was scratching their heads after Raw went off the air. I was demanding an answer, and I think a lot of you are demanding an answer. Who is the champion? We all wanted to know even the referee didn't even know. So it's pretty bad when the referee didn't even know who won, because he got knocked down. He got taken down in his match last night, inadvertently, I guess you would say. But he got took down, and that leaves a lot of uncertainty right now going into this match, the SmackDown, and plus with the live draft going on, holy cow, folks, we could be in for one amazing night here on SmackDown. And we want to give you some insights of what's going to be happening tonight on SmackDown. We already gave you one insight as what's going to be happening tonight on SmackDown. And this news just broke this recently, so we just got that breaking news for you right there. And we're going to give you the headliner for this preview for SmackDown tonight. And, of course, the draft is today, baby. Yes, the draft. The WWE draft. Not the Army draft or anything. It's the WWE draft. And it's going to be taking place tonight on Live SmackDown tonight. And it says, whatever that means. Yeah, we have no idea. We're going to find out tonight. The draft returns. That's all that matters, right? And it says, despite the WWE telling their story from the weekend, it says everything you need to know about the WWE draft. There are actually plenty of things we don't know about what it will be going down tonight and in the weeks to follow. Yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of questions right now. A lot of people scratching their heads, trying to figure out what's going to happen next here. And there's the newly revealed brain trust of Stephanie McMahon and Mick Foley for Raw, and then Stephanie McMahon and Daniel Bryan for SmackDown, drafting for a set number of rounds until they reach a certain number of performers. Will there be a supplemental rounds of the WWE Network or social media after 10 p.m. Eastern tonight? We'll just have to wait and see with this. From what I'm hearing, there's going to be a pre-show for SmackDown Live, and there's going to be one after SmackDown Live tonight. It says, will each brand get their own titles? And is that up to the commissioners and general managers to decide? Stephanie has announced a new cruiserweight division last night. Could Shane announce a new women's are a world title if he doesn't select Charlotte or Dean Ambrose? Good point made there. Like I said, guys, lots of questions right now, and we're not going to probably get them all answered tonight either. And it says that there are 6 NXT picks. Eventually, looks like they're going to be drafted to the main roster. Which brand are they going to be going to, Raw or SmackDown? We're going to find out tonight. And like I said, one of the guys that's already been confirmed is none other than Finn Balor himself. Yes, Finn Balor going to be drafted tonight for SmackDown. And then we will get into the usual questions. Who will be selected first? That's who's going to be the number 1 draft pick? Seth Rollins is declaring he's going to be the number 1 draft pick, but nobody knows. We're going to find out tonight. I would think he would definitely be one of the top guys to be picked. Who ends up with which show, and what does this mean for the current feuds and angles and characters? Keep up with who goes where here, everything, and we're going to find out. Like I said, guys, we're going to keep you informed on who's going where, and it's going to be all in the results posted here tonight later on. And like I said, this is another update here. It says, you wouldn't know if you were someone who only watches Raw or on USA Network but doesn't subscribe to the WWE Network and follow a company online. But Dean Ambrose is still the WWE Champion. It says the company official preview for tonight raises two possibilities. Dean's head to Battleground for a planned Shield triple threat between, of course, to hit Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns with the belt or two. And he gives Seth a immediate rematch tonight. Either opinion comes with a lot of arguing. The editor's note here, it says, we know it will be option 2. And for the women's championship, it says it isn't technically on the line in Charlotte and Dana Brooke feud with Sasha Banks, but it is about the positioning of the Nature Girl and the Boss for one-on-one battle. Right now, we are focused on who, if anyone, Banks can get a partner with her on this Sunday's pay-per-view, which is Battleground. Maybe the draft will provide new options. Yeah, and it could very possibly definitely provide new options here. And there are set records for the longest modern tag team reign, but the New Day are more focused on their war with the Wyatts and catching them all right now. And could this be the last time we see the New Day together as a team? A lot of rumored tag teams are going to be splitting up tonight for the draft. Who's going to be going where? And a poorly deserved plan kept for the Intercontinental champion, The Miz, from getting the upper hand on his next challenger last night. And Darren Young victory sure made his life coach, Bob Backlund, more excited than it did Alberto Del Rio. Despite he and his pal, Dolph Ziggler, catching a lot of beating in this still young United States title program, WWE is trying to sell it as a strategy whereby the perennial underdog is using Rusev rage against him. And here are some other stuff to be looking for. Keep your eye open on the WWE wrinkle to John Cena / AJ Styles feud on its detour into 6-man tag team action at Battleground is how John Cena can't relate to and is a he's familiar with his partners Enzo and Cass as Styles is to a boy in the club, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. And there are other stuff like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens continue to war and the company decision to ignore Brock Lesnar all of a sudden. But it's the draft. We'll see you tonight for SmackDown. Yes, folks, and we will see you tonight for SmackDown Live. And oh baby, guys, what a night! We should be in for a treat tonight. It's going to be must-see TV tonight. A lot of uncertainty: who's going where, who's going to get drafted. We know 6 superstars are going to be getting drafted from NXT. Who do y'all think them 6 superstars are going to be come tonight for that draft? Like I said, I definitely think Finn Balor. We already know he's going to be one. I think Bayley's going to be another. We've heard reports of Nia Jax being another one. We can see American Alpha possibly coming to the draft tonight. We can also see, other likes of Bobby Roode. And I definitely think Austin Aries would be another one. But who do y'all think are them 6 superstars that are coming from NXT are going to be drafted here tonight? This is going to be changing WWE forever, I think, for right now. This is a moment in history that is going to change a lot of things the way WWE does. It's going to change how we view Raw now and how we view SmackDown. So, like I said, there's a lot of more questions and answers right now. We all want to know who's going where to which brand. And like I said, if y'all missed Monday Night Raw last night, we do know that the general manager for Raw is Mick Foley. And the general manager for SmackDown is Daniel Bryan. Wow, I was not expecting Mick Foley to be, the general manager of Raw. That was completely caught me out of a loop. Threw me for a loop. But that's one thing I said, guys. Anything can happen in this draft, guys. We could see anything. Anybody could return. We don't know who's going to return. All we can tell you, folks, is you have to tune in, and that's the only way you're going to be able to find out. Because, like I said, anything and everything can happen. We could see the likes of Goldberg. We've heard reports of Brock Lesnar not appearing for SmackDown tonight. But we're just going to have to wait and see. And like I said, the updates keep coming in. And as the updates come in, we're going to keep letting you know what's going on. And like I said, tonight, I think hopefully we're going to learn of the new championship for SmackDown. I'm hoping that we're going to learn that information tonight. I would think so. With this being the first episode of SmackDown, you got to set SmackDown off on the right track. I mean, we're going to have to know where direction they're going. I mean, if we don't have the main championship there, there's at least a lot more questions than answers right here. So, and like I said, is the tag team championship belt, is that going to be defended on Raw and SmackDown too? That's another big thing. And this is the report we've heard of Finn Balor. He's confirmed for the WWE draft where he will go to Raw or SmackDown. Which one do y'all think Finn Balor will be going to? But he is confirmed that he will be drafted here tonight. So we're going to find out tonight where Finn Balor is going to go. Oh, baby. I've been waiting for Finn Balor to debut for a long, long time, guys, and I'm really beside myself, guys. I think you definitely would think he's going to join the club if the club get drafted together. If they get broke up apart, then actually they won't, but I'm hoping that the club stay together so we can see Finn Balor join the club. What do y'all think? I mean, that would be the most fitting thing to make sense in a storyline. And like I said, which tag teams do y'all think are going to be breaking up tonight? I would definitely think Enzo and Big Cass will be one. I hate to see that happen, though. The New Day's possibility. The Wyatt family's a possibility. And looks like we got some news on Ric Flair. Ric Flair reportedly he gets engaged to his girlfriend, Wendy Barlow. So congratulations to that. This is not SmackDown related news, but it's an update here. That is breaking news today. And another report is, should William Regal, been named the Raw general manager? Just an opinion there. William Regal would have made a great Raw general manager, but he is currently the NXT general manager. And like I said, we could be seeing Austin Aries tonight. I think, which one do y'all think he would be going to if he does get drafted? It's like I said, guys, you're going to have to tune in tonight because, wow, we're going to be in for a treat. SmackDown going live for 2 hours. And we did hear some reports of the latest news of it has been confirmed that the Lucha Dragons will be splitting up for this draft. So that is a very sad news for me because I really love the Lucha Dragons and they're going to be splitting up now. So where do we go from here? That's the big question. And we're going to tell you about something else here while we got a moment. Talk about the possible Raw and SmackDown rosters here. And we'll just have to wait and see what this... like I said, I definitely think for going Raw, it's definitely going to be... You're going to see the number one draft pick will probably be Seth Rollins. And I think he will definitely be going to Raw. I think we'll be seeing Dean Ambrose going to SmackDown. Then I think we're going to see probably Roman Reigns. He'll probably be going to SmackDown as well. I think that's what's going to be happening there. And like I said, guys, we have no idea. We really don't know. We definitely don't have all the answers until SmackDown goes live. We're just going to have to wait and, tune in to find out. Because like I said, guys, anything's possible right now. Like I said, who do y'all think is going to be going to Raw and SmackDown? Like I said, we could be seeing anything happen, and anybody could return. Do you think we see Goldberg return tonight? Do we think we're going to see Kurt Angle return tonight? I think a lot of us are probably going to be still scratching our head after, SmackDown goes off the air. And another question I want to ask you is, having Raw on Monday night, 3 hours. SmackDown's going to be live on Tuesday, 2 hours. Then Wednesday, we're going to have NXT and this Cruiserweight Classic tournament going on. That's another additional 2 hours. Is this too much wrestling combined in neck to neck each and every night for 3 solid nights? We're going to be packed in with a lot of wrestling here. 3 hours on Raw, 2 hours on SmackDown, 2 hours on Wednesday right now. That is a lot of wrestling to digest. Are y'all going to be able to hold up for all this? That's the big thing. And of course, we know the Viper Randy Orton is going to be returning this Sunday at the Battleground pay-per-view, which is this Sunday, and he'll be on the highlight reel. And like I said, everybody needs to go get that WWE Network. It's free when you sign up. You get a free month of the WWE Network. I want everybody to go take advantage of that. And if you would do me a huge favor, go follow this podcast so we can get more viewers tuning in. And it's real easy to follow this podcast. And all you got to do is just hit the follow button to this podcast. And whenever we get more news updated, we're going to be bringing it to you. And like I said, it was free for me to sign up for this podcast. And like I said, it'll be free for you. All you gotta do is make your profile, and like I said, guys, when more news breaks, we're going to be bringing it to you. And trying to get something else here, information here for you, if I can get an update on it. I'm looking for another update here for y'all. Looks like one day is all remains until the unveiling of the new constructed rosters Raw and SmackDown. It says the WWE Draft will take place on July the 19th, which is tonight. And looks like SmackDown Raw will be seeing the Lucha Dragons announcing that they will be split up. We've already told you about that. So this is pretty much stuff I've already told you about, where I'm still looking for more information here. Okay, looks like we got names of Cesaro, Del Rio, Enzo, and Cass, the Dudley Boys, Becky Lynch, Natalya. Then looks like we got Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, The New Day. These are all the names that I guess are eligible for the draft here. Sami Zayn, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, Rusev, Charlotte, Sasha Banks, Paige. And let's see what else we got. We got the WWE announced the following rules for the draft. Raw has the first overall pick. Since SmackDown Live is 2 hours show and Raw is 3 hours show, for every 2 picks, SmackDown Live Raw will receive 3 picks. And what do y'all agree with that? Is that a fair deal or what? Because you have to consider Raw is the flagship show. It's a 3-hour show, so it needs more talent. I get that. I get that. That's the rule. This is the rule, and it's a fair rule, I guess. But anyway, I think eventually Raw needs to go back to 2 hours. SmackDown needs to stay the way it is, 2 hours, and that way, everything will be fair right down the middle. What do y'all think? Whenever they do a draft again, that's what I think. Then the tag teams, says they count for 1 pick unless a commissioner or general manager specifies only once 1 member of the team, and then a six draft picks will be made of the NXT roster. So there are the rules again. Remember the first rule I told you here is that for every, since Raw is 3 hours and SmackDown is 2 hours, for every 2 picks SmackDown receives, Raw will receive 3 picks. So that means that it looks like, Raw is definitely going to have the advantage come this draft. They're definitely going to have the upper hand. They're probably definitely going to get the number 1 draft pick. And I'm going to see if we can get some more information here for you for SmackDown. I'm still looking here. Let's see if I... And it says the landscape of sports entertainment will change drastically tonight. With the return of the WWE Draft to appear on SmackDown Live, the company Blue Brand is moving to Tuesday nights on the Sky Sports at 1 a.m. And this is the day after Monday Night Raw is aired. Like I said, SmackDown will be airing live tonight on USA at 8/7 Central. It says, to mark the occasion, WWE is bringing back a Raw split to help SmackDown stand out on its own 2 feet as a rival to Raw. It says the shows will have storylines and rosters exclusive for their respective brands, although it isn't clear whether there will be 2 championships. It isn't cleared yet. We're going to find out hopefully tonight. The matches are going to be made. We're going to find out. Of course, we got the WWE Champion Vince McMahon has selected his daughter Stephanie to take control of Raw, and his son Shane to take command of SmackDown. His tonight on Raw will each enter named their general manager, which you already know about that. And we've already told you the rules. And I think I've already updated y'all pretty much on everything to know about SmackDown here. It says WWE has released a full release of the eligibilities of the draft, which include 2 controversial figures and a part-timer Brock Lesnar and a fan diving Roman Reigns. It says neither are a WWE television present after Lesnar has particularly violated a UFC drug testing and Reigns has submitted a controversial WWE wellness policy, but both can be selected. Okay. Interesting. Even though they've done all this, they still can be selected. That is interesting. The legendary WWE superstar, The Undertaker, has not made the list, as he works an even lighter schedule than Brock Lesnar. Neither is the 14-time world champion Triple H. Wow. So even Triple H is not even going to be included into this draft list. It says the face that runs the place, John Cena, will be the pick, he says, as a current WWE champion Dean Ambrose and his rival Seth Rollins. And lots of interesting stuff here. And likewise, to keep an eye on the women's champion Charlotte and her nemesis Sasha Banks and the Intercontinental U.S. The Miz Rusev. Many observers are expecting the former NXT champion Finn Balor to make his set up the main roster along with the ex-NXT women's champion Bayley. It says, could they be joining an extremely talented NXT tag team standouts, American Alpha, a.k.a. Jason Jordan and Chad Gable? Interesting. Could they be appearing tonight for the draft? We'll just see what happens. If so, they will want to be on the same roster as a WWE Tag Team Champions, The New Day, but will Big E and Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods still be the team at the end of the night? WWE has known it will be no more when the dust is settled ahead of the Battleground pay-per-view, which is this Sunday, live on the WWE Network. Okay, guys, and I think, let's see, what else we got here? We're just looking at, okay, I've already told you that, about who's the superstars that are eligible here. And which is a pretty nice long list. Okay, guys, that is it. I've updated you on SmackDown Live, and that is your preview show for SmackDown Live. We want to thank each and one of y'all for tuning in. And like I said, we're going to be doing a full Fallout to keep you up to date on SmackDown whenever we get done going live here. So I want to thank each and one of y'all to tune in back here later tonight for our complete Fallout. Thank y'all so much for tuning in.
Target on my back, lone survivor last. They got me in the sights. No surrender, no trigger, fingers go. Living the dangerous life. Hey, 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 every day when I wake, I'm trying to get up, they're knocking me down. Hey, 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 when I need to be saved, you're making me strong, you're making me stand. Shot like a rocket up into the sky, nothing can stop me tonight. You make me feel invincible, earthquake powerful, just like a tidal wave. You make me brave, you're my titanium, fight strong, raising up like the roar of victory in a stadium. Who can touch me, 'cause I'm who can stop me tonight? You make me feel invincible. I feel it, invincible. I feel it, invincible. Here we go again, I will not give in. I've got a reason to fight. Every day we choose, we might win or lose. This is the dangerous life. Hey, 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 every day when I wake, they say that I'm gone, they say that they've won. Hey, 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 when I need to be saved, they're counting me out, but this is my round. Shot like a rocket up into the sky, nothing can stop me tonight. You make me feel invincible.